Chit chat, Kit Kats. Well, I came in different. So when I was born, I had no hair. Bald, bald, bald. And I guess I had no hair till I was maybe a year old. My mother said she would tape a bow to my head. Tape a bow to my head. And at one point, she put a doll's wig on my head to look like I had hair. I would not breastfeed. That was not happening. No, get that thing out of my mouth. So no, I wouldn't breastfeed. I had no hair. And the only way they could get me to sleep in the evening was to take me on a drive. Yeah. To take me on a drive. So I came in different. I was a nomad from the beginning. And then we moved a lot. We moved. I go to at least, a couple different schools per year. Growing up. So was not somebody that grew up in a single place, raised there, gravitated to a community of friends, etc. That was just never my life. So, that just came back, remembering that she had told me that. That just popped back in again. That, they would have to take me in a car ride to get me to go to sleep. So I think that's one reason I sleep well in the car. The engine's kicking on and off. And it's a place for me of comfort. And most people are saying, don't you want to be at home in your bed? No, I don't. No, not really. So yeah, I think I came in with a nomad spirit. Enjoyed to be on the road. I used to really enjoy driving in the rain. Most people want to avoid it like a plague, but I used to enjoy it. So whereas for some people driving is a headache, I've always enjoyed driving. So yeah. road, seeing new things every day. And I'm not a slow traveler like a lot of the van life community, etc., is, where they get someplace and they stay a couple weeks at a time, etc. That's not me. I'm there one day and then I'm ready to go again. I've always wanted to be on the go. And for many of my years, I couldn't stand to be living somewhere for more than a year. Couldn't stand it. For me to live someplace more than a year was like being in a prison. It's like, no, I've got to see something new. I have to see something different. Not my thing. So, for most of my life, I've always had this nomad type of mentality and spirit. Maybe I should have been born a gypsy because I'm always on the go. For me, that's normal. To be sedentary, to be stuck in a house, is not comforting to me. It's just not. Now, like I said, there are a lot of people that enjoy being in their home. They've got their friends, they've got family, they like to do parties, they like to do get-togethers, they like to bake bread, they like to work in the garden. That is so far away from my life. I cannot imagine living that type of life. It's just not my life. Now, that's great for some people. It's comforting. They have close family ties. But here, I've never had that. Never. Okay? I'm more of a solitary person. More of like a hermit type. I'm my own best friend. I'm never lonely. And that's another thing that for people in van life, if you're not a solitary person and you've got to have community and this and that, you're going to have a difficult time with van life. It might be exciting for you for a short time, but after that, they're going to have a difficulty in one community and all of that. So for them, it might, again, wear on them in a while. And some people say, well, why don't you have somebody you travel with? Because I like being alone. I don't like having to check in with somebody. What are you doing? This and that. Come to an agreement about what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, etc. I don't have to, I don't have to talk with anybody. I get up and go when I want, stay when I want, do what I want. And for me, that's perfect. So yeah, I think really I was born more of a nomad type of a person rather than a stay at home, make your little nest and live that life. For me, that is just, no. But again, if you're somebody that likes a lot of community, you want to have dinners, you want to have parties, you want to have, that close connection with people, that's what drives you, then of course you're not going to understand the life that I have and the life that I enjoy. That is part of my being. That's just what moves me and what fulfills me and that I absolutely enjoy. So different strokes for different folks. Let's face it, I have a totally different demeanor than those people that are really homebodies and love that. They like canning stuff, they like working the gardens, they like baking bread, they like, having a big Thanksgiving dinner and inviting family in, etc. That's definitely never been my life. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.